Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. My name is James Shelton, and I will be your instructor for this section of Bible 202, Jesus, the Focus of Scripture for Summer Session 1. I'm very glad to be joining you on this journey, and I want to dive straight into some stuff that you'll need to know to get off to a wonderful start. I did mention this in a previous announcement, which you can find on the announcements page in Canvas, but I do want to mention to you again that Getting Started week, which typically would have been last Wednesday through tonight, I'm taping this on Sunday evening, has been joined together with week 1. So what we have here is kind of a combo Getting Started week / week 1. So what that means for you as far as work is, not only are you to post in the Introduce Yourself forum, which would have counted towards your Getting Started week attendance, you also are responsible for going ahead and completing the assignments for week 1. All of this by next Sunday, the 14th of May. So what I'd like to do in this video is not take a lot of time. I want these videos to be short, but I also want them to give you the information that you need. I am on the module page for week 1. You can find the modules over here in the drop-down menu on the left side of the screen. And there we just click on modules. It'll take you to the page, and then you can scroll down and find week 1's instruction. And we're going to start off the class by looking at the historical background of Jesus. There's some interesting information here regarding an overview for week 1 and the learning objectives. Now, the assignments for week 1 have to do with some reading. You have 2 primary textbooks in this course. You have the Jesus the Messiah by Stein and The Jesus I Never Knew by Philip Yancey. So you'll be doing some reading in that for this week, the first 2 chapters in each. Also, here at the top of the module for week 1, the instruction module, you'll see that you have a voiceover PowerPoint lecture to view. It's just under a half hour, and you'll want to take care of that. Also, you're going to start to read the Gospel of Luke. Do week 4, which is halfway in the course, but due in week 4 will be your summary of the Gospel of Luke. And I'm going to actually do another video either tomorrow or Tuesday going over the individual assignments in more detail with you. But go ahead and start reading Luke. It is 24 chapters. Luke is a verbose writer, a beautiful writer, but so you might want to go ahead and start reading that gospel in preparation for that assignment. Also, you have your big assignment at the end of the course is something we're calling a parable recreation. And again, I'll post a video within the next couple of days going over this in more detail. But what it is we're asking you to select one of Jesus's parables, like the Good Samaritan, or the parable of the prodigal son, or the wheat and the tares, or the vineyard, or something like that. Those stories that Jesus used and told during his ministry. And you're going to learn more about parables as we go. And what you'll need to do is submit to me via email, and you can do that here on Canvas in your inbox, but you can also email me at james.shelton@point.edu and just let me know which parable you're going to be doing. This is not a case of if one student has a parable, then it can't be done again. That's not at all what we're doing here. But look through the Gospels at the parables of Jesus, and by the end of next week, week 2, I need to know which parable you're going to use for your recreation. And again, I'll say a lot more about that. If you want to get ahead on that, there is a document that is linked here in the instruction module for parable recreation instructions. I'm going to detail that out a bit more in the next couple of days for you. All right. Also this week, you've got a discussion forum, and you'll have one of these each week. And I am a stickler for word count. And I really, really cannot stress this enough. that even though the assignments are, the discussion forums are due, the completed discussion forum is due by next Sunday or the last day of each week. It is important for you guys to be able to collaborate with each other, discuss with each other these discussion posts, that we all strive to have our original 250 word forum post in by Friday of each week. That will give your classmates and your instructor the opportunity to dialogue with you about it. And then the second part of each discussion forum is a 100 word long response to a classmate, and that is due by the 7th. One of the things you'll notice is when I go through and grade after Friday, I'm going to give you a partial grade, all right? And then I will update your grade once you have completed the response to your classmate, okay? So again, that's every week. When I'm done going through the assignments for this week, I am going to take you over to the week 1 assignments and just go over them in a little bit more detail. So I thank you for bearing with me in this video. So once you've done that, so you have a 250 word initial response, and you have a 100 word reply to one of your classmates. You also have this week your first journal entry. And this is where I will kick off and move to another section to let you know what the instructions are for that. This is an important document for this course. It contains the instructions for the journal entry, the Gospel of Luke summary, and your response to Philip Yancey, which will be due in week 6. All you need to be aware of for now is the journal number 1. And what we're asking you to do is to write a paper summarizing what you believe is the essence of Jesus' mission in the Gospels. And draw from your prior knowledge of the text of the Gospels and your own experiences. But make sure that your thoughts are well reasoned and consider the evidence of the New Testament. We're not asking you to pull from any light or any knowledge that you haven't received yet, okay? So, but consider what evidence you have at this point from the New Testament. And when it's appropriate, mention specific texts that support your assessment. Now, this essay should be at least 500 words in length. I will be looking for poor grammar and kind of a lack of coherent and well-articulated thought, okay? And so those are the instructions for the first journal this week. Now, as we go back, I want to take a look at the discussion topic for this week as well. And this is to answer this question. How has knowledge of the historical background, again, whatever historical background you have up to this point, how has knowledge of the historical background of the Gospels and the life of Jesus influenced your understanding of Jesus and his mission? Okay, so once again, we know that as you go through this course, you're going to be learning, hopefully, some new things, some helpful things, some things that you probably never heard before, maybe not thought about. But for the purpose of this discussion topic, to get us talking to each other, how has knowledge of the historical background of the Gospels and the life of Jesus influenced your understanding of Jesus and his mission? It may be that you have little to no exposure to the historical background, but when we think about the life of Jesus as well, how has this influenced your understanding of Jesus and his mission? Okay, so in conclusion, this week, you've got some reading that you'll be doing from your Stein textbook and from your Yancey book, chapters 1 and 2 in both of those. You need to begin thinking about your parable for your parable recreation, all right? Maybe start reading and going through the Gospel of Luke. But also this week, you have a discussion topic. Your 250-word post is due on Friday. And then your 100-word in length response to a classmate is due by Sunday. Will I take off points if your original response is not in by Friday? No, I will not. But you're going to have a better experience in this course, I promise you, if you can get that initial response in as soon as possible, okay? And your journal entry number 1, a 500-word document that you will be submitting, and you'll find that under the assignments tab. and follow the instructions there to get you off to a really good start. Don't forget, don't forget also to do your getting started week work, which is responding to the Introduce Yourself forum, and that will cover you for that. Two things as I leave you tonight. One, please do not plagiarize. Please do not have one of the new AI devices, Chat GPT, whatever else is out there. This may not even be, you may not even know about any of this. Please do your own work. It is tempting to take the shortcut, but please don't. Let's honor our Lord. Let's honor ourselves. Let's honor the university, and let's do our own work. If you have any questions regarding plagiarism and what it entails and what it does not entail, I'll be very much more than happy to speak with you about that. But basically, we cannot, none of us can take someone else's work and copy it or copy and paste it off a source on the internet and stick it into our paper and claim it as ours. That is theft. The technical term for it is plagiarism. So I hate to end this video on such a downer, and I won't, but just let's not go there. All right. And so I know I am praying for wonderful things for you during this course. I am here for you, and you'll notice in my responses to you, I'm going to encourage you to keep going with your work. You can do this. We're going to do this together, and it's a wonderful class, and I look forward to interacting with you. My email policy is I'll get back to you within 24 hours. If you reach out to me. If you reach out to me here on Canvas, again, 24 hours, but anyone that's had me in a course before will tell you that it's usually much sooner than that. So please send me your questions. There are no silly questions. There are no dumb questions. If you need to know something, let me know, and I'll be there to help you. One last thing, and I'm done. The attendance policy for the course. You are allowed, according to the attendance policy, to miss 2 weeks of the course. Now, what that entails is you do no work during the week. It's not that you logged in and then you are counted present. You have to show work for the week to be counted present. If you miss 3 times, you will be withdrawn from the course, and we don't want that to be the case for any of you. Okay? Again, my name is James. I am so very glad to be with you during this course. Let's get started. Fire away your questions to me. I look forward to seeing you in the forums, in the Introduce Yourself forum, and in the discussion for week 1. And God bless you. And I'm here for you. But most importantly, God is here for each one of us. Have a wonderful week.